So today we're going to sharpen the blades on this bearcat chipper, and this little 3-inch chipper's got a hammer mill. These blades had to come off. There's a rod here with 3 blades and spacers, and there's 4 rods in total, so we're going to do one at a time. So what starts with is there's a nut and a bolt, lock nut and a bolt that's attached to here. That comes off, and the rod, which I started, gets pushed through a hole in the housing here. You can just see it there, and you push the rod through. Just take a screwdriver, because there's a hole in the housing there, and you push the rod through. Now if you just try this, it's only gonna go so far, because you have to get in behind. Under here there's a guard with a lower pulley, and I've already removed the nuts, so this just pops out. And as you can see, the hole is right there, and that's where the rod comes out. This guard, I think it's kind of useless, but it's there. It's part of safety equipment, I guess. So anyway, now you can just push this rod straight through, and as you're pushing, all these parts here will start falling out. So ideally, once you get this pushed through far enough where you can grab underneath and grab that rod, then you pull these parts. You can see we got all the parts off, and I'm just pulling that rod through. Let that swing, and so we'll just look at the rod, check if it wears. It looks pretty good. We'll clean it up a little bit, put some grease on it, and then we'll put some attention to the blades that need sharpening. First one's done. Put them all back in, and I reverse the blades and sharpen the edges. This was the edge that was last used, and so this is the edge I'm using now. It was up here, of course, obviously. It was pretty sharp because I usually sharpen them both at the same time. And so yeah, now the way I sharpen these, I just put them on a small grinder that I have for sharpening chainsaws. And I just use the smallest wheel that I have. And even that wheel is a little bit bigger than the teeth profile here, so I'm making a new profile based on the stone that I'm using from that chainsaw grinder. It's all serrated, it's good and sharp, and it'll do the job. So I'll just roll that up onto the next one. Now this one, the nut is on the other side, and this one's got an extra spacer on it. Probably that was a factory. It's probably like a counterbalance. Just when this whole thing was spinning, in order to balance it, they probably put this in as for extra weight, just to even it out. So it's important that that stays on this shaft, and it all goes back the same way. Yeah, so this is a little wheel on the chainsaw sharpener, and There you have it. New profile of teeth. So I made new passes, and then on the back side, just barely touch it to get it very sharp.